Our new normal means celebrations like graduation are taking a little bit of a different shape.
Belmont Abbey College graduates were honored, just not in the way they expected.
It's graduation day for thousands across the mid-state, but thanks to COVID-19, this one will be celebrated differently.
High schools and colleges are finding ways to keep those celebrations going while still staying safe.
Belmont Abbey College did that today with a virtual graduation for students.
This is certainly a different graduation day than any of us could have imagined as little as 2 months ago. I suspect that the sudden change in so many things has been somewhat disconcerting for us all. Rather than having the coronavirus define our lives, we must have the resourcefulness prudently and safely to pursue the life we wish to live in the midst of this pandemic. St. Paul pointed out the variety of the gifts of the Spirit. I hope that your formation at Belmont Abbey College has helped to reveal to each of you the unique talents and gifts each of you have, and have given you confidence in those gifts.
I'm used to seeing hundreds of graduates down Abbey Lane, and we have the bagpipes and the drums.
There's not much about this graduation day that anyone's used to.
I extend to you a most profound welcome on behalf of the faculty, the staff, the Board of Trustees, and the monastic community of Belmont Abbey College. We are so happy and grateful that you can be here today, albeit virtually, although it is real time, to celebrate this 142nd commencement ceremony, a day never to forget, marking an achievement always
May
to be
we
remembered.
remember today your many blessings. Keep safe our families and those whom we love. Bless all those whose work has made this day possible. And although we are kept physically apart from each other, may we nonetheless be closely united through sharing the same spirit of grateful joy and mutual love.
One, I miss them. I mean, I really wish they were here with us in person, but you know, we make the most, and this is part of life.
I have the distinct honor and privilege of announcing the 2020 Abbey Student of the Year. Please join me from wherever you are in congratulating Miss Teresa Wilson. I also have the distinct honor and privilege to announce the 2020 Center for Continuing and Professional Studies Student of the Year, Miss Natalie Burnett.
And it is a great pleasure to announce the winner of this year's award, Dr. Joshua Wren. It is an equal pleasure to announce the name of this year's valedictorian for the class of 2020, Alex Amato.
So instead of meeting in person this year, the president greeted this year's class through the camera, while graduates watched on the other end.
Yeah, baby!
Go Crusaders! Class of 2020. Yes.
During your time here, I've seen you grow in faith and reason. I've seen you come to a greater appreciation of the true, the beautiful, and the good. I've seen your desire to seek truth, and upon finding it, to live in response to it, to strengthen your commitment to live a life of excellence and virtue. It has also increased your capacity to love, to sacrifice, to give of yourself without seeking anything in return. As a result, you've come to know those rare and long-lasting friendships described by Aristotle. The kind of friendship where only the good of the friend is desired for the friend's sake alone. I'm confident that the friendships you have made here, the remarkable balance of body, mind, and soul that you've exhibited each day, and your ever-deepening faith will be the foundation of your present and ultimately your eternal happiness.
Preparing man for the lifelong pursuit of truth, goodness, and beauty in community is ultimately what a Catholic liberal arts education is all about. I'm grateful every day of my life. for the education I received at Belmont Abbey College, which was not preparation for a career or just a check off of an item on a lifelong bucket list, but preparation for life itself and ultimately for eternal life. And I assure you, class of 2020, that the education you have received these past 4 years will continue to bear fruit for the rest of your lives. You will see it. The love of truth, the love of learning, the desire to more deeply engage with and understand reality. These desires, these drives, these are parts of us that will never be extinguished. You have only to never tire of seeking the truth and to trust that it is never to settle for a substitute for truth, for partial truth, or for truth that only corresponds to particular biases and preferences. The desire for truth, for goodness, for beauty, is ultimately the desire implanted in all of us by God for a union with Him. We must never forget that.
You talk about making history, right? This is historical moments, and I'm sure all of us will look back on this someday. Our students will look back on this someday, and they'll be, they'll marvel at the fact that we just kept going.